And it is presently 3:20 a.m. for me. I know that's a little earlier than most all of you are probably expecting that I would be, doing anything like this. But I thought what I would do, since well, after the show was recorded yesterday, which, by the way, I'm not sure all of our viewers understand, due to time constraints, we typically record our Saturday shows on Fridays. I'm sorry for it being a little bit deceptive in that. Excuse me. But we're hoping, we're aiming sooner or later to add in more of an actual real live stream. And one of the things we discussed after we were finished recording this afternoon, or yesterday afternoon, I'm sorry, was playing World of Warcraft. And, I know everyone who watches the show by now knows that we play World of Warcraft, and we have for a number. Excuse me if I take a drink. This is actually the second time I've done this, and it took me about 40 minutes or so to get through the starting area. But that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be live, while I'm doing it, obviously, but it'll be available, to rewatch later on. Well, anyway, this is my new little character. He looks exactly like he did originally the first time I try this little walkthrough. His name is, of course, Radio Tokyo. So what I'm going to get into here in a little bit is, I'm just going to jump around first like a moron. But there is Jordan Ironstock, the local mountaineer captain. And what we're going to do is we're just going to play with the starting zone. And if all of you want to make fun of me, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But first, let me show. Yes, I am decked out in BOA gear. I admit it, and I have my safari hat on. And I'm going to do collections. I don't know why I forgot what that was. And you can see I have 252 mounts individually. I know I have no life. I'm sorry. Scroll down through this whole list, and right there, I'm going to pick that. The Chauffeured Mechaniers Chopper, and you can go there, Hearthstone. Excuse me again. My goodness. I'm going to use that and ride around because I've got all of the BOA gear currently that's available, except for the ring from winning the fishing contest. And by the way, just so I can show it off and Nick can hate me because he does not have this yet, yes, I have Invincible. For those of you who do not have it, it's an awesome feeling to actually get it. But yeah, there's Invincible. I got him last week, in fact. I was actually talking to Nick when I got him. But yeah. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. Sinuses are racking up this morning. Okay. First quest, hold the line, kill 6 Rock John better. I don't even need to ride over here. I'll just do this. Whoops. That didn't count. Yep. There we go. That one counted. Yes, I'm using the BOA bow. I'm sorry, those of you who are Dwarven purists and you think that I should have a gun. I just didn't want to use that one for some reason. It doesn't really make any difference what you use. They're both effectively the same. So I'm using the BOA bow. And as you can see, it does some really impressive damage. I'm one-shotting pretty much everything. Like that one right there. That was, what, 40 damage, and it's dead. And ooh, level 2. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. And what is on my mind, Jordan? Well, I said this is my second walkthrough of the starting area, and but it's not, my first time here. I've played WoW for a long time, and my first character actually was a dwarf. The second one was a Tauren shaman, and third was another dwarf, and this one was a hunter. And I thought to myself, I'm going to do a walkthrough. Why not go with the class, that will have the most appeal, I guess.
What can I do?
So here I am playing a hunter. A lot of people make jokes about hunters and say, well, hunters are, the simple class to play. And that was the joke for a long, long, long time. Excuse me again, I'm sorry. But people said, hunters were just a joke class. Everyone had a hunter, and it's pretty true. Most everyone I knew did, in fact, have a hunter that they played. Mine almost got me kicked out of the guild I was in. Not, because I walked around saying, this item is hunter loot or whatever. It was because I wound up spending more time on that hunter than I did on my actual main character, which then, as is now, was a paladin. Level 3, by the way. Jonah, Ironstock, and Angel. My initial paladin was holy, and this was back when you could actually level as holy and do some serious damage. And I found out what being a Shakadan was. And of course, I was a Shakadan. Like I said, I spent more time evidently playing that hunter than I did on my paladin. And it angered the leadership in the guild I was in, and they were threatening to kick me out if I would not actually level my paladin because they needed another healer.
What can I do for you?
It's a little silly in retrospect to think about it, but at the time, it kind of hurt my feelings because I was a new player, and I really, didn't know that I was going to have to, actually participate in guild events. I did not want me to. And now I know, and it's fine, but yeah. Of course, over the years, the game has changed a great deal to where it's what it is now. But that's kind of why I'm doing this little walkthrough right now, is so I can, of course, give my thoughts about it. And, the people who may or may not be watching this live right now, you can get a little bit more of enjoyment out of it. Surprise! You're getting to hear me actually say it. It's cool, right? I know, it's boring, really. But yeah, I've played since the middle of Burning Crusade. That was 8 years ago, I think, almost 8. And I started playing because a friend of mine played, and he hounded me over about it. And I finally gave in, and he actually bought me the game. And he bought me the time card, so I could play. What else am I doing? Artifacts. Okay. Sorry. Got a little distracted there. Anyway, he bought me a copy of the game, he got me a time card to play, everything, and we were going to the startup menu, the character creation menu, and there should be artifacts over here. Anyway, we're going to the character creation menu, and he asked me, what do you want to play? And I said, well, I don't know. So he asked me, excuse me, I took a drink of water there, I'm sorry. He asked me, what I wanted to play. I said, I don't know. what sounds fun? And he says, well, do you want to play Alliance or do you want to play Horde? What's the difference, you know? And he says, Alliance is dwarves and humans and gnomes and night elves. And okay, sounds pretty basic. And I said, well, what's Horde? Horde was orcs and was the Tauren, and he explained what the Tauren were to me. It was orcs and Tauren and undead and trolls. Typically the bad guys in most high fantasy settings, like Lord of the Rings. And I am a big fan of Tolkien. I'm not, one of the people who can sit there and tell you every single connection, as though I've read the Silmarillion. I probably just butchered that name. I'm sorry. But it's not as if I've read Silmarillion 4,700 times and I know everything there. But I can tell you, most of the basic story. And I like certain characters more than others. And one of the characters I like more than others is, of course, Gimli. So I made myself a dwarf. I love that new model. I'm sorry. I love it. And I'm sorry this character is like, so dark so you can't make out all the details and everything. But yeah, I made a dwarf because of Lord of the Rings. And that helped inspire the name for that dwarf. And there's my last artifact. Go me. But it was fun. And I think I lost track of where I was at. I'm sorry. But yeah, made the character, played, and it was a lot of fun. It was probably more fun in a video game than I had in a long time. And I just remember, playing the little dwarf and having so much fun in the starting area. And I can't accurately recreate, my initial experience, at least to this particular starting area, because of the changes that were made with the Cataclysm expansion. And when we get to that point in time, I'll obviously point out the difference. But for those of you who didn't play before Cataclysm, you didn't get to experience the fact that, see, boar haunches, wolf hide, artifacts. Okay. People out there who didn't get to play before the Cataclysm expansion, you may not know that where I'm at right now was not only the Dwarven starting area, number 4, it was not only the Dwarven starting area, but it was also the starting area for the gnomes. And now, as of Cataclysm, gnomes actually have their very own independent starting area. And that's, of course, a big change. And to me, just someone who likes to follow the story of World of Warcraft, what that represents is the shift in it represents a shift in the relationship between the dwarves and the gnomes. Historically, the gnomes in World of Warcraft have always been really, really, really big allies of the dwarves. And it was such a tight partnership that, they were always considered one group, I think, most of the time. Excuse me. And the starting area, reflected that. You started off in the exact same spot. And that's why you have certain NPCs here that are gnomes still. They haven't ever left. Like Inexpendable. The only difference is he used to be over that way, and now he's over that way. Same exact quest though. It's just you go to a different spot to get it. In fact, I'm almost there right now. I just noticed that. Make hay while the sun shines. Hello, monk trainer. Monk's new class from Mr. Pandaren. And there's, I actually almost made a Dwarven monk for this. Almost. But I thought it would be a little more fun to do a hunter, because everybody plays a hunter. And I remember way back when I started playing, being a completely inexperienced hunter, and I looked for advice. Where did Whitebeard's camp? All right. Excuse me, some of the advice I found before was here on YouTube, and the I'm gonna cheat and leave my chauffeur. One of the main videos I found, that helped me learn how to play was by a man who went by the name of Big Red Kitty. And Big Red Kitty was a huge inspiration to me to learn to play World of Warcraft, particularly a hunter, the right way. For a long time there was the idea. I'm pretty good, Braylon. How are you? For a long time, there was a it still exists, the stereotype that all hunters are bad. And see, here's Felix, like I mentioned earlier. But stereotype is that all hunters are bad, and all hunters are the huntard, and all loot is hunter loot, and all these ridiculous stereotypes. But Big Red Kitty tried very, very, very hard. His real name is Daniel. I think it's been a long time, a very long time. I'm sorry. But his goal was to help as many people as possible learn to actually play a hunter and be good at it, and not have someone so angry at you that they don't want you in the group, or they don't want you in the guild, or to be made fun of. I'm just killing everything, I think. But this was back when hunters did not play like they do now. And for new players who don't exactly know what I mean when I say play now, I mean, like, you see me here, standing right here, and I'm level 5. I would have gone 5 more levels without little Mr. Bear right here. Just wouldn't have had him. It didn't happen. You didn't start out with a hunter, on a hunter with a pet. You started out just yourself, and of course, you had your gun and you had a weapon and everything. Excuse me, I'm taking another drink. You started out, with your gun and a melee weapon, and most people, when they played hunters, run over to something, they would see it, they would start shooting at it. Of course, this is back when you had to have ammunition, and it was very, very valuable, particularly at low levels, because you just didn't have the money to easily replace it. But these new players, would shoot something, and would shoot, and would shoot, and would shoot, and whenever something got close to them, they would just stand there and, hit it. And hunters used to have an ability, wing clip, and it was supposed to slow everything down when it got to you. That way you could run away. That was how it was supposed to function. Was you would, shoot something, it would get close, you would wing clip it, and then you could run away and be able to do what's called kiting. But a lot of hunters didn't understand that. particularly new players. They thought, oh, look, it's in range, so I'm going to just start shooting it and wing living it, and then hope to God that it dies. And that's how a lot of people learn to play. Excuse me. And it just didn't work. And Big Red Kitty's whole motivation for that, for his videos, was to get players to understand not to do that. Like there's a better way to play, and hunters are supposed to be a range class, and part of being a range class is being at range. You stand back and you stand away from what you're shooting. But at low levels, without getting your pet at level 10, it just didn't work for a lot of people. So, but what he taught, one of the first things I learned from him was, like, you see that ball right there, I would shoot it, and then I would later, shoot and back up, shoot back up, shoot back up, and eventually, whenever you got a concussive shot, shoot, turn, shoot, run, turn, whatever, until it was dead. And it was so effective that it was basically me learning how to kite, and that's a skill that a lot of hunters don't have anymore. But I learned that from Mr. Big Red Kitty, and I hope, like wherever he is, if he's still playing, um, that he knows that he impacted a lot of people, a whole lot of people. I read somewhere a while back that he may have passed away, but I'm hoping that's just a rumor, and I really hope he's still around, and he may see this video and get to hear me say thank you. But yeah, if you get a chance, his videos are still up. They're a little dated because he hasn't done anything at least since Cataclysm, but they're worth watching. Just for the reminder of how the game used to be, and some of the effort some people used to have to put to actually, accomplish something in World of Warcraft. But I am almost done with the starting area. But I didn't realize that until just now. So I'm going to run back up here and hand in Ice and Fire, which is a fun quest. It used to be a lot harder, just like most of the stuff, because the frost trolls in here were kind of mean, and they used to hit you for a lot harder than they do now. But most people have BOA gear, which is it's fine to have it. I honestly cannot imagine, or reimagine, or remember rather. I'm not sure. I can't really see playing the game anymore without my BOA gear. It's just strange to me that there was a time not that long ago, level 6, awesome. Yeah, it just seems strange that there was a time not that long ago where that was how I played the game. That was how everybody played the game. Um, but that's something that we're hoping to do on Radio Tokyo live. Like most of our, actually all of our shows are done. We record them live, and if you subscribe to the channel, like my channel. I don't think Danny posts them on hers, but I know she does post them on Twitter, and her Facebook page. Excuse me for 5 seconds. I'm just gonna very fast. But yeah, if you subscribe excuse me, to the channel, you'll see, of course, when they're posted live, and you can tune in and watch them then. But they're always going to be out later. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're hoping to do an actual live stream event where we play, like a game like World of Warcraft or Hearthstone or Diablo or something, and either put it on here or on Twitch. I'm not really sure what we want to do, but it was an idea that was brought up after we finished recording today's actual podcast. But right here, the Phoenix Window Bolt quest I just did, the one I just finished, that was originally I'm sorry if you can hear the rattling, I'm getting a cough drop. That was originally the end of the Dwarven starting area. And from here, it sent you through that tunnel right there over to Karanos. And I'm going to run through there really quickly, like as soon as I get the shelter open. There, sorry about that. I'm going to run through that tunnel, and I'm going to show. Very
well, then.
Well, never mind, I can't, can I? There's a rock in there. Forget about that. Nope, can't. Hang on. Let me try something. That. Abandon. Let's try something. Okay. Run back here for a second. May not be able to get through there right now. So I'll just pick the quest back up. I'll run back in here. Sorry about that. I was gonna run through and show the first spot that I died in the game so long ago. But now, because of this new quest right here, the new way you get there, I'm gonna fly on that gyrocopter. In a second. I'll just point it out. And that's gonna have to do. But I was, I think, level 3, I think. Something like that. And, of course, to get to level 3, I had to grind XP most of the time. Because that was how you had to play. But it was very, very grind intensive. So I believe I was around level 3, maybe 4 or so. I don't really remember. It's been a long time. Sorry. Excuse me. And went through the tunnel, and we just wanted to see what was outside of it. And the first time I ever did it, I sat and asked someone for help because there were trogs in there, and the trogs were hostile, and I didn't understand that you could do a death run, which is where you just run through an area and whatever. So I asked for help, and I got it. Someone actually came down and helped me by killing everything in the tunnel. But since I'm on a gyrocopter right now, I'm gonna fly up. Look over here. There's the tunnel entrance, and it comes out right on the other side of this little hill right here. Right, I can get carried there, right there. And if you follow the road down, and you see that tank right there where my mouse is, there's a boar right there. That Craig boar, that level 5 Craig boar right there. That is the first thing in this game that killed me, is that boar right there. I will never forget that. ever. And of course, way off over there, it's hidden right now. You can see Grizzled Den, and then we passed it, but the Dwarven Mortar team is back over that way. There's a Grizzled Den right there. That was a fun little quest chain back in the day. It still is. And now, of course, we're in Terranos. And Terranos, it seems to be a lot of people's favorite town in the game. A lot. And I think most of that is just because this is a fun little zone. Dwarven running area is fun. Like, who is that? Who is that random person? Hi, Holy Spike from Moonguard. You're getting a shout out on Radio Tokyo. Cool, right? Yeah. Anyway, people like Karanos. It's a fun little place to hang out. And let's see, I missed some quests back here, didn't I? I'm sorry about that. And the flight path, I am just frazzled this morning for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. But yeah, it's a fun little place to come hang out. And I've spent a lot of time as a hero coming to Karanos and doing the quests. And just for the heck of it, because I'm, talking about places I've been and things I've done, right here, like almost exactly on the spot, is where I earned the most money I have ever had in World of Warcraft. And when I say, the most money I ever had, I don't mean, like someone gave me 1,000 gold, or, I had 100,000 or whatever. It was exactly 1 gold. It was a real life friend of mine, and I, was still learning how to play the game, and I was still learning, stuff about like the economy of the game, what gold does, and stuff like that. And I just needed a little bit of cash, to try and, get going. So they rode all the way out here and gave me a single gold. And it was the most money I ever had in the game for the longest time, just because it was a lot of money to me. And I think until I was level 20 or so, I was still managing to live. My character was managing to live just off of that gold plus a little bit of silver. But sorry, I keep panning up. I just like the way Dunmore looks, particularly that view right there of Ironforge. And I'm gonna run in here and I'm gonna grab this quest, because this is the one that actually directs you to Ironforge. And you're supposed to take the Flight Master and fly in. I think I'm gonna. Where'd he go? There he is. I think I'm just gonna run, because it's like 2 minutes to run up there. And that way, I can have recorded at least. Oops. I can have recorded what it's like to run into Ironforge. At least for myself. I mean, but it's just not ever going to compare, to the initial running into Ironforge that I had way back when. But it's still a pretty decent feeling to run up this road right here, and pan the camera up and look at that right there. There's the gate of Ironforge. That's a wonderful view. I love that. I love Ironforge. Heck, I may even give in and run over to Stormwind just for the heck of it. You know what? I'm gonna speed up a little bit more. Excuse me. Get on my chauffeur. Right up the pathway here. I like this little thing, but it's kind of annoying. Not annoying, because it's a hassle or anything. It's just um, if you're using the summon chauffeur and you log out, you wind up dismissing them out automatically. And I think it's because it's like a conjured thing. Hi, Skirith. I think I'm going to get some more shout outs. Skirith and Oxpalm, both for Moonguard. Those of you wondering, no, I'm not on Moonguard right now. Just happen to share a cross realm with the server, which is fine. Like Moonguard is not really a bad place. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That was weird. I'm sorry, my mouse jammed on me. But I actually play Horde on Moonguard. They'll think it high Tesla's are, I think. Around this way, let's see who else we can find. Medicon. Yeah. I play Horde. Hi, Dinah. I play Horde a little on Moonguard. And it's pretty much a Horde only server for me. I used to play Alliance there, but I think most people know what Moonguard is famous for. Hi, people, I just ran over. I'm sorry. I didn't see you show up until too late. And yes, I'm just riding around. I'm sorry. I was going to go to the forge for a little bit and run around there. But here's, Tinkertown. I'm going here and watch this loading screen. Woohoo! It didn't make me stuck. It didn't leave me stuck on it. That's cool. I figured, because I had a little bit of a lag spike earlier, it would freeze up on me. But anyway, Moonguard's well known for the activities in Goldshire. And that's kind of why I stopped playing. Not, because I was spending all my time there, but because the one time I made an alliance character there, and I really, really, really wanted to make an effort at leveling it, I decided to make a human, and I did not even leave Northshire Valley before I was hit on, because I just decided to make it was a random character, and it was a female character, and I got a hit on, which it's fine, whatever. I'm not trying to knock anybody for what they do in the game. It just was a little strange, and of course now I've got a lot of friends who play Alliance on Moonguard, and that's cool. More power to you. But I play primarily on Blackwater Raiders, and we are merged with Shadow Council, and we have been since the very end of Miss Pandaria. Yeah, Brandy Miss Pandaria. And run over here. Hi, Holy Force. Level 100 going down here to the Brawlers Club that you're not supposed to talk about. Gizmo's Brawl Pub. I don't see a lot of people down here anymore. Not just, right now at 4 o'clock in the morning for me, but I mean in general. I think most everyone who's done it is, or just wanted to do anything with it is finished for now. I guess. I don't know. But anyway, like I was saying, this character right here is actually on Shadow Council. And for every zone other than, major cities, we share, well, except for major cities and Draenor, we share a crossroad with all the other role-playing servers. So we get to see our neighbors from Moonguard and Worm Rest and a couple other places. But anyway, I'm gonna run the storm run for a little bit. See, I knew I was gonna lag on a loading screen. I knew it. I figured it would have been the tram one, but nope. It's gonna be going to storm run. Isn't that fun? There we go. Dwarven district. The hell is with the flashing lights? I don't know if that's showing up or not. But just in case it's not, it's weird looking. I'm sorry. Just in case it's not, there's like rainbow lights going off on the wall. I don't know if that's a graphical issue for me or what. But that's pretty cool to see it. Anyway, what we're talking about? Yeah, anyway, running into Stormwind the first time. I didn't really ever notice how big the city was until got over here to the canal. That is still flashing. That's weird. That's really, really weird. That has got to be something on my end. Something messing me up like that. But anyway, I didn't really realize exactly how big Stormwind was until we got the canals. Yeah. Went over here, and I think, because I'm getting little rainbow flashes, I think I'm going to pick a spot, and that's going to be it for this video, because I'm technically out of the Dwarven starting area, and that was all I was going to film me doing. But I think I'm going to run. You know what? I forget. I had the chauffeur. I'll just drive to the trade district, to the city that years ago I realized was gigantic. Hi, Brown. And I'll go out the main stage over here. Valley Heroes. And I'll just drive down to Goldshire. I'm going to log out there. No, actually, better yet, I'm going to drive to the main gate. I'm going to log out the main gate. Hi, Glitter Girl. Nice to see you. But yep, I'm going to stop right here. Elwyn Forest, Stormwind Gate. Hi, Thados. I think I just mispronounced your name. And the little rainbow flashes are still up there. But yeah, I'm going to stop right here. And that's going to be it for this video. Probably at some point in time soon, I'll do another walkthrough. I don't know, like the undead starting area, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. And I will see all of you with the weekly review, the midweek news review on Wednesday, and then we will have our normal show on Saturday. So thank you for watching, and thank you for putting up with my rambling nonsense and for what is evidently some kind of glitch in my graphics card going on right now that I'm going to figure out. I promise I'm going to figure it out. But yeah, thank you for watching, and please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.